Katniss didn't fall in love with Peeta during the game. She fell in love when it was already too late, when the act stopped being an act and the cost of loving him became unbearable. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are diving back into the Mockingjay, the part of the story where Katniss' love for Peeta finally becomes real. And tragically, that's exactly when she loses him. This is where everything changes. The rebellion, the love story, and the girl on fire herself. You know what I find so powerful about the Mockingjay? Watching Katniss go from pretending to love Peeta for survival to truly loving him so much that she can't even function when he's in danger. That transformation isn't just romance, it's survival, evolving into emotion, strategy turning into sincerity. And by the time we reach Mockingjay, it's no longer about sponsors or cameras, it's about the one person who made her feel safe in a world that is constantly trying to break her. In the beginning, everything was performance. Every smile, every kiss, every whisper, it was all for the camera, for the Capitol's audience, for one more gift that might keep them alive. And then, after the games, Katniss tries to convince Gale, and maybe herself, that it was just an act. That moment always feels so frustrating because she's forcing herself to fit into the box where everything she feels has to make sense. And love, especially the kind Peeta shows her, doesn't fit anywhere in her world of hunger and survival. Gale, on the other hand, wants the truth. He wants certainty, control, while Peeta offers something selfless, and that difference is what defines them. Peeta doesn't demand Katniss' love. He gives his freely, even when it hurts him. From day one, he knew it wasn't pretense. As the story unfolds, that line between acting and feeling slowly starts to blur. Katniss starts saving Peeta not because it benefits her, but because the thought of losing him terrifies her. You can see it clearly in the quarterquell. When Peeta hits the force field and collapses, Katniss' scream isn't planned. It's instinctive, heartbreaking, and completely unguarded. Even Phoenix sees it. He doesn't say it aloud, but you can tell. He knows that scream wasn't part of the show. It was real. And honestly, that moment feels like a crack in the armor. The first time Katniss' heart speaks louder than her survival instinct. Katniss isn't pretending anymore. She's already chosen Peeta, even if she doesn't have the words for it yet. Her heart has decided long before her mind catches up. So let's dive back in. After her defiance in District 8, Katniss is brought back to 13, expecting punishment. Instead, they celebrate her fairy speech. Everyone's watching and rewatching it, praising her words as revolutionary. But Katniss feels uneasy because yes, she's proud of what she said, but she can't shake that hollow feeling. She knows they are using her voice the same way the Capitol once used her image. Different side, same manipulation. Then comes the dinner with Phoenix. They sit down to watch the latest propaganda video, the hospital attack, the Capitol's cruelty, and it's unbearable to watch. Katniss tells him to turn it off, but before he can, there he is, Peeta! And everything inside her freezes. He looks calm, too calm, but Katniss can see the truth in his eyes. He's thinner, his face pale, his voice controlled in a way that feels unnatural. Then he says it. Don't be a fool. Think for yourself. They have turned you into a weapon. It's haunting because in that one sentence, he's doing two impossible things, trying to protect Katniss while trapped in the Capitol's grasp. And that's when Katniss realizes they are not just hurting him, they are using him, twisting the person she loves most into a warning against her. Katniss keeps what she saw a secret, not even Gale knows. But deep down, she's hoping someone will say something. Maybe Haymitch will mention it. Maybe Gale will ask if she has seen Peeta. She just wants someone to acknowledge what she's holding inside. That quiet fear gnawing at her. But no one does. Not a single person brings him up, and that silence becomes unbearable. It's not the Capitol's cruelty that breaks her. It's the emptiness in District 13. The way everyone keeps moving forward like Peeta never existed. She's surrounded by people but utterly alone because she's still holding on to hope, and no one else dares to. That's when she stops functioning, not because she's weak, but because she's the only one who still believes Peeta is worth saving. She's not just missing him, she's mourning him while he's still alive to distract herself and to give the rebellion more footage. Katniss goes back to District 12. The air there is heavy. Everything is covered in ash and the silence feels like a graveyard. And when Gale breaks down remembering his own pain, Katniss kisses him. But it's a kiss born from sorrow, not love. It's an echo of their shared loss, not the promise of something new. And honestly, I respect Gale in that moment because for the first time, he refuses to be drawn into her confusion. He knows she doesn't love him the way she loves Peeta. And that truth, as painful as it is, finally sets them apart. Back in District 13, Beatty manages to hijack the Capitol's broadcast. At first, it feels like victory, the rebel interrupting the Capitol's message. But then Caesar interviews Peeta again. And this time, Peeta tries to warn them. He's subtle, careful, every word chosen to slip a message past the captors. You can see the strain in his face. He's trying to protect them even as he's trapped on live television. And then the Capitol realizes it. The screen cuts, the room falls silent. You don't see everything, but you hear enough to know something terrible happens. Katniss screams, not as the Mockingjay, not as a symbol, but as a girl watching the person she loves suffer right in front of her. She is helpless at that point. That's the moment she truly shatters because every bit of control she has clung to is gone. She can't fight back, can't reach him, can't save him. Peeta's warning ends up saving District 13. Hamish realizes he was sending a message to take shelter and it saves countless of lives. But Katniss doesn't see it that way. She's trapped inside her own grave. While everyone hides underground, waiting out the Capitol's attack, Katniss' mind is somewhere else. She's imagining him, wondering if he's okay, if he's cold, if he's scared. And when they try to film another propos, she can barely get through it. Her voice trembles, her body shakes, and she just breaks down. Because she finally understands every time she speaks against the Capitol, Peeta pays the price, and she can't keep doing it. She can't be the Mockingjay while he's still in their hands. That's when Hamish steps in. He tells her, they're sending a team to bring Peeta, Joanna, and Annie home. Why not sooner, she asks. It's raw, desperate, honest, because in her mind, this rescue should have happened the moment he was taken. What are they waiting for? Hamish tells her the truth is too dangerous. People could lose their lives. But by now, it's not just about love, it's about survival in a different way. Because if Katniss loses Peeta completely, they lose her, they lose their Mockingjay. When the rescue finally begins, it's one of those moments where every heartbeat feels borrowed. Katniss can't go and that powerlessness eats at her. Because this time, it's not about surviving the games or outsmarting Snow, it's about saving him. And that's what makes this sequence so heartbreaking. She's always been the one doing the saving. But now, all she can do is wait. You can feel the tension through the silence of District 13's control room. Every second they are gone, Katniss images the worst. Meanwhile, Finnick becomes the perfect distraction, but it's not just a tactical move, it's catharsis. Why Katniss aches silently for Peeta. Finnick pours out years of pain on camera. Every word about Snow's poison, about the Capitol's cruelty, isn't just for the rebellion, it's for himself. Two broken victors being used as weapons, finally turning their wounds into rebellion. And what I love here is how Suzanne Collins layers these scenes. The physical rescue and the emotional unraveling happen side by side. While Gale, Boggs, and the team are fighting their way through the Capitol's shadows, Katniss is fighting her own. The fear that when she finally sees Peeta again, he won't be the same. And then they are back, alive. It's supposed to be a victory, but the look on everyone's face says otherwise. When Katniss finally sees Peeta, it's like watching a dream cuddle into a nightmare. She runs towards him, expecting warmth, and instead, he grabs her by the throat. That moment is devastating because it's not just Peeta lashing out, it's the Capitol destroying everything he was. That boy who once threw her bread, who swore to protect her, who loved her without condition, now sees her as the enemy. It's a perfect inversion of the story that began in the arena. Back then, Katniss pretended to love Peeta to survive. Now she has to survive the fact that he doesn't even remember loving her. And the tragedy is, she finally does love him completely, honestly, irreversibly. But the Capitol took that truth and twisted it into a weapon. Phoenix distraction may have helped bring Peeta home, but what came back isn't the boy she remembers, it's the echo of him. And yet, that's what makes Katniss' love so powerful, because even after everything, the confusion, the fear, the pain, she doesn't stop fighting for him. She doesn't give up on the idea that somewhere inside, the real Peeta is still there, still that boy with the bread. So yeah, that's how Katniss went from acting to aching, from pretending to care to not being able to breathe without him. And that's why I love this part of Mockingjay. It's not just a love story, it's the collapse of every wall Katniss ever built. It's what happens when the act becomes real. Tell me in the comments when you did realize Katniss truly loved Peeta. Was it the scream in the arena, the silence in 13, or the moment she couldn't even speak without shaking? Please don't forget to like and subscribe and join me next time, because the rescue mission may be over, but the war and what it cost them is just the beginning.